Years ago, I got invited to my high school reunion, and I couldn't decide whether to go or not and be surrounded by all of the people that kind of bore witness to the most awkward, terrible years of my life. But I decided to go anyway, and as we pulled into the parking lot, I noticed that like what must have been in vogue back then was get your diploma, gain 40 to 50 pounds, ditch the hair. So at that point, I'm starting to feel like kind of good about myself, and I walk in with all my friends, and we sort of go to like a table in the back here, and we're kind of hanging out. And then I thought, you know what? Let me go and walk through the dance floor. This is after a couple of shots. I had some confidence. Let me walk through the dance floor and let everybody see what I have become. So I'm standing there, and then I'm confronted by Helen, and she said, Kevin Ginsburg. And I'm like, Helen? I remembered her because our special ed class was very small. And so she said, Kevin, I remember the first thing that you ever said to me. And I thought, great, what inspiring thing have you carried around for 10, 15 years? Was it be yourself, fight for truth, or when you only see one footstep in the sand, it is then that I was carrying you? And then it occurred to me that it was a 6th grade Kevin Ginsburg that she was talking about, and he was a little dick. So I said, well, what was it? And she said, you came up to me and said, I don't know if you know this or not, but nobody likes you. I know. So then I sort of like launched into every cliche I could think of. Like, it wasn't you, it was me, I was insecure, I was a terrible person, I probably thought you were cool and I was flirting with you, whatever. So then she said to me, do you want to meet my husband? And I'm thinking, Helen, this is why no one liked you, but I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I sort of like looked back at my friends, and it seemed like a beer commercial, you know, where everyone's like in slow motion, and they're clinking glasses, and they're laughing and hugging, and I just wanted to run like hell. I wanted to get back there. I didn't do that either. I thought, you know what, you carried this around, Helen, for 10 years. You get whatever you want. I screwed up the first meeting, I'm not going to screw up the last one. So I went over and I'm thinking, okay, now I'm going to meet this guy who I was sure his sole purpose of coming to the reunion was to put a face to the name, or to his wife's anxieties, and he was going to punch that face. But I thought, you know what? I don't care, Helen. You're getting whatever you want tonight. So I went over and I shook his hand and I said, Helen, I pray that you have pictures of your children. And she did. So she pulled them out. I looked at the pictures. I let Helen know what a great husband she had. I let the husband know how popular and cool Helen was. I don't know if she was or not. I said, what an amazing family you have. I don't have a family, Helen. I don't have a wife. I don't even have a girlfriend or prospects. You're winning this one. Went through all of that, and then it was time to go. So I thought, okay, now I can sort of like go back to all of my friends. And I did that slow turn where, like, you know, like your body is like putting enough adrenaline into your legs to take flight and just run like hell. But my brain was like, play this one cool. So it was like just like a very awkward, like, you know, and got back to the table with my friends, had a couple more drinks, and promised never to stray again from my group of friends. That's it.